In this video, we're going to take a look at how you find perimeter. And what the perimeter is, that's the distance around the outside of any polygon or really any object. Okay, the perimeter, what it is, it's the sum of the sides' lengths. Okay, so to find perimeter of a square, for example, the formula is perimeter equals 4 times the side. Okay, so for the square down here, we have P equals 4 times the side. P equals 4 times 17, and 4 times 17 is 68 centimeters. Now we're not doing 68 centimeters squared or anything like that. It's just 68 centimeters. It's the length around the square. Okay, now finding the perimeter of the rectangle, what we have there is perimeter equals 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. Okay, so we see the length and the width for this 3 meters, 5 meters. Okay, and we can just do 2 times 5 plus 2 times 3, then we have 10 plus 6 equals 16 meters there. Okay, really if you want to get caught up into the formulas, that's completely fine. If you just want to simply add up all the measurements on the outside, that's completely fine as well. Now, so you see how you would use this in real life. You can see finding the perimeter of a pool. You can just see the sum of all the side lengths, just add those all together. So, so the perimeter, or what you would need for a fence for this pool, would be 19 6/10 meters. Okay, now we're going to take a look at finding the perimeter of some figures here. Okay, and really with irregular shapes, what you need to do is just add all of the measurements together. Okay, so I have a shape like this, and what I will do is just simply add 4 plus 4 plus 2 plus 3 plus 3 plus 2. Okay, so what I will do is I will write all of these measurements down. Okay, and I'll make sure I have them all. I have my 4, my 4, my 2, my 3, my 3, and then my 2. Okay, now what I will do is I will add all these measurements up, and then I'll write my answer for the perimeter. So simple addition, 4. Now why would I use a calculator on this one before I get into this? The reason why I'm using a calculator, because it can get a little tricky adding, 6 numbers together even though they're very small. If you want to use a calculator, you can. If you want to do it in your head, that's completely fine as well. But if you want to use a calculator to check, that's completely fine. Okay, so 4 plus 4, then plus 2 plus 3 plus 3 plus 2, that's going to give me 18. And I like to do this just one more time just to double check. So what I will do is just clear everything out, then add it again. 4 plus 4 plus 2 plus 3 plus 3 plus 2. That gives me 18. I need to make sure I'm labeling this properly. And that will give me 18 just centimeters, not centimeters squared, that's area, just 18 centimeters. Okay, so we'll look at another one here. Now we have this triangle, and this can be pretty easy. We can just add up all of the measurements with this triangle. 5 plus 5 plus 8. I don't even really need a calculator for this one. 5 plus 5 plus 8 equals 18 feet. That's the perimeter of that triangle there. Okay, now what I want you to do is get out your math journal and a pencil, and I'm going to have you work this problem out with me. Okay, so I'll give you time to get a math journal and a pencil out. If you need to pause this video, you can. So what we'll do first of all, we're trying to find the perimeter of this irregular shape. We're going to write down all the measurements to add them together. So we'll do 10, and as I'm writing down, I'm just going to cross them out. Now you can't cross them out on the screen obviously, but think about a way or a method if you're doing this paper pencil to cross some of these measurements out. We have 10 plus 4 plus 6, just keeps myself nice and organized, plus 8 plus 5 inches plus another 5 inches. You can see it can get a little confusing if you do not write this down. Plus 6. We're going to add all of these together, and that'll give us our perimeter. Okay, so let's add 10 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 plus 5 plus 5 plus 6. That gives me 44. Now I'm just going to double check this. I'm going to do it one more time. If I have the same answer, then I'll go with that. Do not think just because you're using a calculator means that you always get the right answer, because sometimes you may punch in numbers the wrong way. So let's do this again. I'm going to clear everything out. So I'll do it again. 10 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 plus 5 plus 5 plus 6. That gives me 44. I do have the same answer twice, so we'll go with that. Okay, I'll use different ink signifying the answer. That gives me 44, and I'll make sure to label this correctly, 44 inches for my final answer. Okay, we'll do one more problem together, then I'll have you do 2 all by yourself. Okay, looking at this problem here, what we can do, we can add all the measurements together. We have 10 plus, we'll do the opposite side, 10 plus 4 plus 4. Okay, if I want to do this problem in my head and check it with my calculator, that's completely fine. I know 10 and 10 gives me 20, 4 and 4 gives me 8. That's 28 feet. If I want to double check this on my calculator, I can. So I have 10 plus 10 plus 4 plus 4. That gives me 28 for my answer. So I have 28 there for my answer. And that is correct, 28 feet. Now what I want you to do is we'll do one more problem together, because I know this one can be a little tricky here, okay, and figuring out how to do a problem like this since we have a fraction. So we have 3 miles and 4 miles, okay, for our measurements here. Sorry, 4.5 miles. So let's write this problem out. Now I'm going to convert this fraction here to a decimal, okay. So I have 3 plus 3 plus 4.5 can be converted to 4.5 plus 4.5. Okay, so I'll put these on my calculator here. So we have 3 plus 3 plus 4.5 plus 4.5. That gives me 15. I'll clear it out, just do it one more time. 3 plus 3 plus 4.5 plus 4.5. That gives me 15 for both of these. Okay, so I do have the correct answer there for 15. 15 what? 15 miles. Okay, now what I want you to do with this problem is just press pause, and I want you to work this problem out all by yourself. Then when you're finished with this, press play and I'll have the correct answer for you. One thing that you need to remember, this is 4.3 inches, okay, and 7.5 inches. Do not forget to write those as decimals. Okay, so I want you to pause the video right now. And you can see my answers, or my answer is 24 8/10 inches. Okay, I added all of my measurements on the outside of my irregular polygon together, and I have 24.8 or 24 8/10 of an inch. And that is how you find perimeter of irregular polygons or even regular polygons. So remember, the one thing that you need to do, just make sure you write down all the measurements, find a method as far as crossing them out, making sure you include everything. When you're using your calculator, make sure to type in the problem 2 times, make sure you have the correct answer and you didn't make any mistakes or anything like that with finding perimeter. So if you have any questions about this topic, please come and see me and let me know about it.